Hi Sag, welcome to Eight of Cups Tarot and welcome to your cards for September. As I'm telling all of my signs, without doubt the next couple of months may feel like a little bit of a roller coaster. And I'm sorry to say that. I know that 2020 has been hard. It's been hard to just keep things solid. You know, everything seems to be spinning out of control. And then maybe there's a glimmer of hope. And as soon as you gain that stability, things start to move and shift again. Now, the good thing about September is that Virgo energy. We are actually entering into a grand earth trine, which is pretty significant because it means that our foundations, kind of the big things in our lives, what we have, what we own, where we live, the car that we drive, our careers, who we are in the world, what our greater purpose is, and the things that we do every day, the communities that we live in, the jobs, our health. These are all major players as we step into this Virgo energy. Virgo season for you, 10th house, with the South Node in your first house, there's a lot of leaving behind an old identity. And as Virgo moves into that 10th house, new things start to step into the reality. New opportunities, what you see next for yourself. And I think it's important in the month of September to have the bigger vision. Your card for September is the Tower. And by judging by the rest of these cards, I think it's easy for me to say that there are definitely changes that are occurring. And when I feel into this card, I feel a disruption, something that is very unexpected. Your environment is Virgo. That's that Virgo energy, the Magician. And I really love the way, and she's coming up in all of the readings, of course, because it's that Virgo energy. And remember, Virgo is a really important time of the year because it's kind of when we're getting prepared, right? Virgo is the harvest time. So things have culminated. And now there's major decisions being made, and we're cleaning up, making sure that we have the things that we need, getting rid of or purging the things that we don't, really getting focused in on our energy. Remember, it's a preparation for the winter time. It's a preparation before the cold sets in. It's the final days of summer. It's looking at what we've created so far. It's, kind of cashing in on that abundance. Where are these dreams that I've been focused on? Where am I? Do I still want them? Are those still what I want to set my sights on for my future? Now the Tower card coming out under card number 19, Dog Spirit, be loyal to what you love. It's important to understand that in relationships, in commitments, in friendships, in partnerships, nothing is really set in stone. And the dog spirit means that you have to love yourself enough to allow yourself to evolve. And you could love somebody and they choose a different path than you. And the dog spirit understands that each one of us have choices. It's important to know that just because you're with someone doesn't mean that you both have to continue down the same road forever. There's always room for change. And the dog spirit also talks to me about how important it is that you love yourself. You stay loyal to yourself, your beliefs, the things that make you you, the dreams that you have. Maybe you're with somebody now and you're starting to realize, right, Sun in that 10th house, that this isn't exactly what I wanted for my future. Maybe there are a lot of things that you have to sacrifice, or a lot of things that simply won't come to fruition if you stay on this path with this person or at this job. Because I feel strongly that the universe is nudging you. And I think instinctually you know as well that there's change that is needed in this situation. Now the Magician comes out on top of card number 41. Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. These are really tremendous energies of, in spite of things that might happen, you seem to be, Sag, you really seem to be surrounded by people that love you. And if you are going through a disappointment, some kind of sadness throughout the month, you do have a solid support system. You know, the nightingale spirit is that the bird that sings in the nighttime, the comfort that you find in the darkness. The oracle cards that you receive, I am the dreamer of my dream. It comes out underneath that dog spirit card. And I really like the injection of purple in each one of these cards over here. There's a lot of orange and there's a lot of purple. And I just feel like there's a tremendous amount of healing energy going on for you. And it may not be, I don't know, all that golden energy. It just feels like it's divine, like you are being comforted. Underneath 41, Nightingale Spirit, your oracle card, if you choose to center and not participate in the extremes, you will come to know the Tao. So you get to choose in the month of September how much you want to feel this, because I feel like you can either overcome it. You'll have a lot of support. But then sometimes with that Virgo energy, you may need to really feel it. Let's get into these cards and then we'll go back to that. Your first three is the Six of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Six of Cups to me represents a connection that you have. It does not necessarily have to be a love relationship. This could be love between siblings, between you and your children, you and your parents. The important thing that I want you to pick up from that Six of Cups is there is a very idealistic feel with this card. Almost like stepping into a fantasy. And I feel like your energy, Sag, is that of Queen of Swords this month. So you are representing a higher vision, a higher idea. And this is what I mean when that Sun and Mercury move through that 10th house. You have Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in the 2nd making a square to Aries in your 5th. Yeah, there could be a lot of pressure right now. You could be in your head a lot and really hyper-focused on this 10 of Cups. You may want to move a relationship up. You may be wanting to, evolve or expand it in some way. 10 of Cups is kind of that feeling of having it all, right? Solidifying it, making the commitment. Maybe you're married or, talking about having children. The theme of children is kind of played out a couple times within this card. But underneath that Six of Cups is that Tower. And that is the energy that you're bringing, or the energy that you are experiencing. And so I say disappointment because the Tower card with the Six of Cups, Sag, you may be holding somebody up on kind of a throne here, thinking that they could do no wrong, that this is something that lasts forever. Six of Cups is kind of infinite and innocent. And yet the Tower card is there because it is not as strong as you think it is. Underneath that 10 of Cups is the card of the Devil. Capricorn. Your 2nd house has been hit all through 2020. What do you value? What do you want in your life? It may feel as though things are being taken away. And certainly there are lessons, very valuable lessons to be learned in this situation. Because I feel as though this Tower is an ending of some sort. You may have had some really high expectations for whatever the situation is, a love, a job, a child, whatever it is. You may have had some really beautiful high expectations of how this could evolve. Virgo season can kind of bring that out of all of us. And if you have Virgo placements or if you know Virgos, then you definitely know that Virgos always hone in on potential. They see the potential in everything and everyone. And so Virgos, who are always extremely discerning and critical about everything and everyone around them, actually tend to date the wrong kind of people because they hone in on the potential. But the Devil card says this is not the real 10 of Cups. Whatever direction you're looking at with stars in your eyes, waiting for this beautiful thing to occur, bam, lightning strikes and it seems to slip away. And I think you're going to sense this as a loss. And I kind of feel like it's going to be a little bit of a punch in the gut, Sag, and I'm sorry to say that. But if I could promise you one thing, it is that at the end of it all, this was for the greater good. See, underneath that devil card, I needed one more card for the deck, and these two cards came out. It is the card Seven of Pentacles and the Moon. Underneath that devil card, this Ten of Cups, this person, I just do really pick up on this being a person. It definitely feels like a relationship. It's hard to tie this kind of energy into a job. Seven of Pentacles and the Moon. It may feel as though lately, as you pay a little bit more attention, I feel like this grand earth trine is going to kind of bring you down to earth. It's going to kind of ground you a little bit so that you could see the reality of the situation. You will have to look at it. Because to me, it feels like there is something that is very toxic about this thing you want to work out. I think we all know kind of that unanswered prayer kind of thing. You know, if there's something that you're really praying for and hoping to work out, that devil card, that resistance, that brick wall, you have two cards of, actually you have three cards of Saturn here. You may really be trying to force this to work out. And I think subconsciously there's a lot more at stake for you. Also, Sun and Mercury in your 10th house. There's almost a feeling like you'd rather see this through, like a commitment. I don't know why I'm picking up an example of like finding something out right before a wedding and being tempted to just do the thing, just get married and deal with it later. And that's just not going to work out. This is the energy that you cannot move forward. The World card, the Devil card, there's a delay, there's a stop, there's a brick road, there's the end of the road. This is definitely an ending. But it's also a chance to really reevaluate what you truly want. Really look at the situation for what it is. Sag, I feel like you're coming out wearing rose-colored glasses. And by the end of September, you're fully embracing a whole different side of yourself. I think you'll begin to realize in so many different ways, this tower is a blessing. That you are being saved. Now, it doesn't mean that this other person is a terrible person. I'm really not picking that up. There's a reason why you love this person, and I do feel a very honest love here. But I also think there's a lot of things that you weren't willing to look at. Maybe there were addictions within the relationship that were causing issues. Maybe there's somebody from their past causing issues for you. I think this is a chance for Sag to change the way they look at love and relationships going forward, because the World card in the center of the reading means this is how we're going to do things differently next time. I think my Sages are starting to realize that they could have much higher expectations, that they could set the bar a little bit higher for themselves, that they could start asking for the things that they offer in return. Six of Cups, the Tower, and the Fool card. The Fool card is a clean slate. Next to the Wheel of Fortune means that this is just a chapter. This is just a chapter that's closing. And as you turn the page, the next chapter starts. There's a lot of major arcana in here, and there's a tremendous amount of growth. And there's also a lot of changes. So maybe you are breaking up with somebody and having to move out of your home. Maybe it's causing you to have to change a job. Maybe you're changing a job and leaving behind a person. There's a tremendous amount of change in multiple foundations in your life. And so when everything is in upheaval and things look dark, it's really, really important to maintain your balance. Overall energy is the card of the Lovers. Sag, ultimately, I feel like this, you or another person is really making this ultimate decision. And when one of you chooses to leave, and I'm sort of feeling like the other person decides that it's over, there's a whole nother part of you that emerges from this. The Devil next to the new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. Underneath card number 5, Orphaned. Sag, there's a little bit of a feeling of codependency here. And this might be one of those things that we're breaking through. In the end of this relationship, you'll realize the reasons why you wanted to hold on to it so bad. There may have been a feeling like this would disturb maybe even a circle of friends, maybe a lot of people, maybe if children are involved with moving. In your mind, it almost seemed easier to keep things the same, to resist that change. South Node in Sag can sometimes really strip you of the things that you think you need to get through this lifetime. You may lose jobs, you may lose friends, you may lose, you may find even throughout this next few months to a year that you're actually losing physical things. There may be a feeling like you can't find things around your house, losing your car keys, feeling a little disorganized, agitated. A great way to really use the South Node stuff to your benefit is to clean things out, to get rid of things. Now is a great time. If you've been on the fence and you kind of want to start talking to a therapist or a doctor or herbalist, or start doing the meditations, whatever it is in forms of healing yourself, healing your mind, your body, your spirit. Because while you're still trying to hold on, the universe is going to keep taking and taking and taking. Not because it's cruel, but because it wants you to see that some of the things that you think you need, you really don't. because most likely you already have these things within you. Maybe you need to take a better look at yourself, what is in you, what you bring to the table, and realize that maybe you should be asking for a lot more in return. You don't want to hold on to people that don't love you the way that you deserve, just so somebody's there. This orphan card number 5. You cannot please everybody else. And there may be times throughout September, there may be a moment where you feel like you are really alone. That moon card is right next to that. And so maybe this has been an intense fear for a really long time. This thing that I've wanted to work out, I wanted to work out so badly, I really gave it my absolute all. But maybe you just wanted it because you didn't want things to change. Because you were scared that you would have to be alone. Yet the energy by the end of the reading becomes so beautiful. Because yes, there is the moment. There is a moment where you feel alone. And yet in that darkness, you see the things that you do have. You see the people that are around you that truly do love and support you. The people that will come and pick you up and dust you off and show you all the beautiful things that are within you, that still exist, even if this other thing isn't there anymore. This is the universe cleaning things out in Virgo season for you so you could see who is truly within you. 3 of Cups. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. And card number 6. Not for you. The reason why it hurts so bad is all of the resistance built up behind it. I feel like you kind of somewhere in the deep, dark back of your subconscious knew this was coming. That there was a chance this could happen. That this was not a stable foundation. The universe has much bigger plans for you, Sag. I think now, and maybe for the rest of the year, it's a time to really embrace the love that you do have in your life. Now, maybe this is a breaking up of a friendship. But there are others around you that truly love you, that will support you. Like I said, that 3 of Cups energy is, when you're weak, they got your back. You seem to have a really beautiful support system. And now it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. What are you going to do now that this is cleared? If there's a move involved, you will find the help you need, right? If there is, any kind of transactions, paperwork, or anything, 3 of Cups tells me you're going to find the people and the support that you need. things are going to start to click into place. My Three of Cups is always alignment. And that new moon in Aries means that this is a brand new beginning for you. And I think other people are going to tell you that as well. I think you're going to get a lot of really beautiful advice from people you respect. You know, it might be the first time that that best friend says, you know what, I kind of never really liked him. Or, you know, maybe you have a tribe of girlfriends or guy friends that you kind of haven't been able to spend time with lately. And now all of a sudden, there's a whole nother social life on the other end of things that seems exciting. And it brings fresh starts and opportunities. Because this number 6 card, you know, rejection is protection. This simply wasn't for you. And when you start to realize that life is, it's going to be okay. You will start to have fun again. You will enjoy life again. You will find love again. All this means is you get to rewrite the story. You get to imagine a whole new beginning. How will you meet? How, you know, I mean, always leave the details to the universe, but it almost becomes exciting once you get through the pain. But this Fool card, it feels almost like there's a sense of relief. There's almost a sense of relief. There was almost too many burdens in this relationship. Maybe you couldn't truly be yourself. Maybe this person was really controlling. And once you get over the sting of things, you begin to take a deep breath and enjoy life again. Learn how to do the things that you want to do simply because you enjoy them. You're kind of in charge of your own destiny now. And that Fool card, it kind of feels fun. Fool card with the Wheel of Fortune, you're taking your power back. Now's the time to really focus on your work and your career. You know, you're hitting these fears head on and proving all of the fears wrong, that you can be on your own. You can do this. You have the people that you need. You have everything in your life right now to get you through. It's a beautiful evolution in your life. May not feel like that now, but it's not going to take a lot of time. I don't see you being stuck in sadness for all that long. I truly don't. In fact, I feel like a quick relief. You will begin to realize how unaligned this is. Maybe if you become actually even physically healthier, the longer you are away from this person. I think the changes will be obvious to you. And every day there'll be more positivity brought in, more of I can do this. I could face this fear, all the way up into the point where there's nothing that you fear. You're completely in balance. There's something about this person that keeps you imbalanced. You're putting an end to that cycle, and you're building your own foundations. This is really powerful, Sag. Okay, so September seems to be pretty big. I'll be back soon with some pick a card readings, and then I'll be talking to you in October. I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care. Love you. Bye.